Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin and this is Bare Budgets 96. We are going to be doing a budget with me today. Now I have been really super busy. Oh, I got something all over my mat. Ugh. Anyway, I have been really super busy recently. I have spent all of the money. Does anyone else, like, when they start spending money, they just like keep spending money? Because that's where I'm at. Bentley had her vet visit, and then she had her dental cleaning, and then I had an eye doctor appointment, and then I bought glasses, and then I impulse purchased a camera. Like, actually, I impulse purchased two cameras. The one is going to be returned, and it just like, and other thing, like, I would not be surprised if in the last 2 weeks I have spent probably close to $2,000. Now, some of it was budgeted for, at least 500 of it was not budgeted for. So all the fun things. So we're like trying to figure that out. But anyway, so I didn't really have time or the mental capacity to try and do my budget or stuffing last week. So we're going to make up for that this week, and we're going to end up doing a really big budget with me and a really big stuffing. Just very little of it's actually going to go into savings challenges. So we are going to be working with a budgetable income this week of $1,379. Now, 1179 of that comes from my actual paycheck. That's not what I actually get paid in a 2-week period, but I did end up shorting my check a little bit to make up some of that deficit. It's already spent basically. And then plasma, I got more than 200, but we're just saying for tonight that I had $200 for the last 2 weeks, and I'm not going to have any plasma money next week because I have a really big bruise on my arm. And my center will not, so sorry, trigger warning. My center will not let you donate if you have a bruise that big on your arm, at least until it's healed. And that's, I'm going to show it again. So if you don't like it, look away. This is, how old is this bruise? I donated, today's Wednesday, and the last time I donated was Thursday of last week. So this bruise is almost a week old, and it's still like really big. So hopefully I can donate again on Tuesday. Because Tuesday, Thursday is kind of my preferred donation days. So we'll just have to see. But anyway, budget with me. So we're not going to have any plasma money next week is basically what I'm getting at. Rent. I put $275 in here every single week, except we're doing 2 weeks worth. So we're going to put $550 into rent. Utilities is usually $25 a week, so we're doing 2 weeks. That'll be $50. My bills don't really change. So car insurance is going to be $50. Student loans is going to be $80. Again, this is for 2 weeks worth. Audible, what do I usually stuff in Audible, is $14. My brain is like fried after today. YouTube, I think it's $4 a week, so it's gonna get $8. Subscriptions is gonna get $16. I told you my brain is fried. And new phone is gonna get $10. I did think about, specifically with my camera, I keep saying that new phone is really an electronics fund, except that I really would like a new phone sooner rather than later. So I really didn't want to drain new phone. So I kind of, like I said, I shorted my paycheck. I pulled my extra plasma money. I kind of did a couple things here and there, pulled little bits of money to like kind of make up that deficit. And I am not planning on keeping, like, for sure at least one of the cameras is going back. I filmed something on one of them. I don't remember what video it is, but it's already posted in live, and like it looks way better. It was way more convenient than my phone, because sometimes I have to check my phone mid-video for something, and B, like it transferred, like the file transferred way faster from my camera than it did my phone. And then editing, like it was a way smoother process working from my camera. However, The video, I did 2 of them, and I think I posted both of them. I could be mistaken, but I think I posted both. They were only 20-minute videos, and literally as soon as I finished recording, my camera died both times. It came with 2 batteries, and those batteries literally only last 20 minutes. So that's not gonna work for me. I really, like, I need a battery that lasts longer than 20 minutes. Just because my videos don't usually go on for like 40 to 60 minutes doesn't mean they won't ever go on for 40 to 60 minutes, and I really just can't have my camera dying after 20 minutes. That just seems ridiculous. So that one is definitely going to be returning. Now I'm filming on the other camera today, so this is another test video. And I have yet, this is actually the first test video with this camera. So I don't know exactly how long the battery is going to last, but at least the good thing on this camera is how it like attaches to my my setup here, my clamp, my desk clamp, is I can actually like replace the battery if I need to without taking it off of its mount. Whereas the other camera, like the way it attaches to, it's not a tripod, but like the mount I'm using, you have to actually take it off of that in order to replace the battery. So that's super not convenient. So at least this one, I have 3 batteries for this one. At least this one I can replace if I need to mid-video without having to completely take everything down and setting it back up. I know these are small things, but also it's enough of an inconvenience to be an inconvenience. So we're undecided about the cameras, basically, is where I'm at. So at least one of them is getting returned. Both of them I have until January 31st to return them for a full refund. Thankfully, it's the holiday season, so like I fell within that extended return period, which is really nice. Unfortunately, my credit card doesn't care that it's in the extended return period, so I gotta pay that back because I have my credit cards all set to pay the full statement balance every single month. So at least one of the cameras, if not both of the cameras, are posted on my current statement. So yeah, plus my glasses and my eye doctor visit and my actual doctor visit and all the things and stuff. Okay, sorry. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. So let's add this up. I'm hoping I did the right amount here. So 550. Can you see that? Yeah, 550 plus 100 for those two, plus 80, plus 14, plus 8, plus 16, plus 10 is 778. If I divide that by 2, it's 389. Okay, yep. So 778 is correct. So 1379 minus 778 is 601 remaining. So I can, that's my play money, that not play money, but I get to put that into my other categories. I put this over here. Can you, oh, you can see that even better, and I can see it better. Okay, perfect. So next we're going to come down to, I'm trying to think of what my actual priorities are. So 200 is going into vacation. That is non-negotiable. Yeah, it's non-negotiable. It's my plasma money. I'm going to do with it what I want. So 200 is going into vacation. So I'm left with 401. $60 has to go into extra rent because that is a thing that I have set as a priority. $50 is going into my CD. Really, Erin? 601 minus 200 minus 110. Okay, so we're left with $291. I also have to do bingo. So this is my bingo sheet from Danny's Live. So I have to save $21 for this week and $23 for last week. So what did I say? 23 and 21? Yes, 23 plus 21 is, math is hard, 44. Okay, I don't want to fall behind on that. Some of these are the things I can flex more. I do not want to fall behind on that. Groceries. Let's come down here now. So groceries usually gets $50 a week. Do I want to still do $50 a week? Okay. We're going to put, this is really hard. So normally, we're going to skip groceries. Normally gas would get $20 a week. So that would be $40. But I need to fill up my tank. It is right at a quarter of a tank, and we are now at freezing temperatures here, and it could literally snow at any day because it's Nebraska. And I usually cap it at 100. We're going to put the 40 in anyway. So we're going to put the 40 in the gas. So minus 40. We're going to put 100 in the groceries. And I'm skipping spending, household, and miscellaneous. Those are not getting anything this week. Realistically, they don't get anything most weeks because they're capped out at 50. But I usually budget it in anyway. Eating out, we're going to skip eating out. We're going to come over up to these priority sinking funds. So Bentley's going to get 30. That is non-negotiable. Minus 30. Car is going to get 10. Again, that's a non-negotiable for me. Gifts is fully funded, so it's not going to get anything. Holidays, to keep me on track, holidays needs to get 20. Golly, we're just going to have no money. Medical, I have to put at least 20 into medical, or at least 40 into medical. I have 47 left. Why is there no money? Okay, we're going to short medical. We're going to put 30 in medical. So I'm left with 17. Hair and clothing, no. Also, I don't know if anyone else caught it because I didn't until much after the fact. Last time I did a budget with me, I put $5 into each hair and clothing. And then when I did my actual stuffing, I didn't stuff either hair or clothing. I had to laugh at that. I thought that was kind of funny. I'm so used to not stuffing it that I just didn't stuff it. We're going to say no to eating out. And we're going to put the remaining 17 into savings challenges. Just this week is really tight. Yeah, it's really tight. Okay, so let's add this all up and make sure it works out correctly. So in our cash envelopes, we have $140. So 601 minus 140 is 461. And then over here, we have 30, 40, 60, 90. So minus 90 is 371 remaining here. And so here we have 110, 310, 354, 361, 371. Which is perfect. That means there's $0 remaining, which means of our $13.79 that we had to budget this week, we are spending $7.78 in expenses, 140 in cash envelopes, 90 into sinking funds, and then 371 into savings. So all of that equals 0, which is exactly what we want in a zero-based budget. Now, some of you might be like, hey, Erin, why are you putting so much into savings and like very little into your cash envelopes or into your sinking funds? And also, I'm not allocating anything specifically for emergency fund out of this one. I have to make up this deficit somehow, and I also have my priorities. So like vacation, I have not gone on a vacation in like 6 years. And I am planning on going to Salem in October, and I think that's going to be very expensive because once I get there, I don't want to have to hold back, basically. I don't know exactly what we're going to be doing. I don't know exactly how much it's going to cost, but I want to have that money. And like I said, I haven't gone on vacation in like 6 years. So I feel like I'm at a point where I want to prioritize that. Also, I'm not so worried about my emergency fund exactly because usually my plasma money gets split between vacation and emergency fund. I'm not so worried about it because I am almost to $5,000 in my emergency fund, which means I am, technically speaking, like, that's, I'm trying to think, that's like 3 months worth of expenses. Now they're not allocated as of like 3 months worth of bills in my in my allied account in my different buckets, but if I had to, I could pull and support myself for 3 months based off of what I have in my emergency fund. So while it is still something I am working towards, it's not as high of a priority as some of these other things. And like my extra rent category, that's going towards an emergency fund. My CD ladder, that is also an emergency fund that I'm building. It's just locked away a little bit more. So, yeah, I would love to play Harry Potter this week. Honestly, I don't think we're going to get to my Harry Potter binder all this month. Just because I was a little bit irresponsible with some of my spending and I have just other priorities before that. So anyway, I guess I don't really have to justify my decisions to you guys, but I did really think about what I wanted and what my priorities at this point in life are. My buffer in my bills account is almost a full month's worth of expenses. My emergency fund is 3 months worth of expenses, although it's not allocated that way. If you add it up, it is 3 months worth of expenses. And I am still saving towards emergency. It's just not as much as I wanted to. So anyway, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. I'm hoping that this gets published tomorrow, Thursday. And then I'm hoping also that I can still do a Wicked Cash stuffing this week, and which I'm thinking that'll go live on Friday, and then I'm thinking I'll do my paycheck cash stuffing live on Saturday. So I hope I see you in the next one, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your night or day. I don't know what time of day you're watching this. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye.